Well, hello, you trader nerds. Welcome in to the Trader Nerds edition. I am your host, Sweet Bobby, and we are joined by DB, Dwayne, Hal, Hugh, Kubus, Matt Jolly Wally, Roll Tide. We got Mo, we got Rick, and we've got Sean with a backwards E, which is kind of cool, which it really looks like a three. So, welcome in, everybody. Real traders never trade alone. They trade with their fellow nerds. And my wife got on to me last night. She said, "You're an idiot." And she does that quite often. So it wasn't anything new. She says, "Why are you offering people a lifetime subscription to your Discord for $199?" And I said, "Well, I'm trying to do something for everybody around Christmas time." I said, they pay $19 a month. And I said, I might give them a little deal. She's like, "Yeah, but you're going to miss out on all that." And I'm like, "Okay, listen, I'll just run it for a couple of days." So if you're already in the Discord, you're going to have to cancel and resubscribe. So send a email to support@launchpass.com and cancel your subscription, and then log in using the description, the link that is in the description below. So according to my wife, I can only offer this for a couple of days before she gets mad and wants me to stop that. So happy wife, happy life. Y'all know I had to listen to the lovely and talented Beth. So let's look at the market today. Wow, waka waka, y'all. Look at this. NQ is up 0.77%. The E-minis are just gliding really nowhere at 0.14%. Not sure why NASDAQ is up, but y'all know what that means with TQQ, baby. TQQ up 2.34%,
Well, we're
baby.
moving on now, moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
And that means we are cruising. Look at this. The VIX is down into the 12 handle. The AD is negative 105, and it is going down, baby. Down, baby. Down, baby. Down. So, as I said yesterday, we probably get a drop at the end of the last 30 minutes of yesterday's market. Guess what? We got a down move. The AD is kind of negative today, and the market is up. I would not be surprised at a down move toward the end of the day again today, going into the weekend. Not necessarily in NASDAQ, though. May not happen in NASDAQ, but in the E-minis with the AD looking like it does, it very well may happen again. So, interesting enough, let's look at the big green monster. Waka Waka, the price is vacillating. I think that's a word, vacillating around the 6,100 mark, as we would anticipate it to do. Look at here, the point of control is here. We could stay up here for days, y'all. It is just enamored with the 6,100, and we'll see if we get a close above it. Oftentimes, when you hit these big numbers, it'll go up to it and come back down and close below it. Normally closes below it a couple of times before it eventually closes above the line. But if we stay here, then potentially we could see us going to 62.27. Wow, how about that? Let's see what the NASDAQ's looking like. Now, a lot of you would say, "Well, Bobby, why don't you look at the technical aspects of TQQQ?" Well, because it doesn't matter. You can't look at TQQQ and see if TQQ is overbought or oversold, or is that a technical indicator? Because it follows NDX, right? It follows the NDX, the NASDAQ. And so it doesn't really have its own technicals. So you can't say, "Well, it's overbought or it's oversold." You need to look at, the underlyings that it goes with, and that would be NDX, but I use NQ because NQ has volume on it, and we don't necessarily, if you were to type in NDX, let me just show you what it looks like here. So y'all would see, you would see there'd be no volume. See that? So we don't use NDX. So that's why the only reason we don't use NDX, there's no volume for NDX. It's like SPX. So we use NQ that shows us volume. So right now, y'all, now remember I said we sold a call, right? Well, we sold a call because we were over bought right here, and we were thinking that we would come back into here. But y'all, lo and behold, now we are oversold for the fair value zone above. How about that? So I still think that this is going to pull back into this area though, instead of going up into this area, but we'll see. That's why I only sold one of them. Only sold one, and it didn't really hurt my profit and loss, and I'll show you that in a second. Show you that just in a second. But first, let's look at the linear regression chart. And again, we have the short term positive linear regression, right? We're showing a bull market, a mini bull within a longer bull market, and maybe we are consolidating just a little bit here before our next move. That's kind of what it looks like, because it's kind of falling out of my little range here. So probably a little consolidation. So we'll be able to draw some of these lines at some point, but that's exactly what it looks like over the last couple of days. A little bit of consolidation going on. And look at the volume, y'all. You see what happened was we had good volume on the up move, and now volume is just everybody's going, well, I got to do my Christmas shopping and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff, and my Christmas parties. And then, hey, let's go to the Hamptons. And, you know, nobody's really on Wall Street doing anything. So it's kind of tapering off, as we do have a little bit of a Santa rally, Santa baby. So everything looks really, really good. Let's look at our accounts today. They're doing really good. When I noticed a while ago, of course, I'm not hiding this. I just don't like looking at it. But look, we're up $390 in this account. We're up $1,300 in this account. We're up $117 in this account. So all together for the day, up $1,838. Not a bad day at all. We just don't want to look at our little losses there. And I was paying more margin interest. Let me show you this. I was paying 30 cents of margin interest. So yesterday, what I did, and I need to put this in my thing, is I filled a bill. I sold a bill at 91.51, and we need to put that into the little spreadsheet here. Share activity. What I say, 91.51.51, where we sold a share of bill. So -1, and that was on 12/5/24. So 91.51. So now we have how many shares of bill? We've got 595 shares of bill. We got $276 of TQQQ, 276 shares, I believe. Let's see how our little position on our covered call is doing. So it's down $51 today and down $31 on the whole deal. So, this is really, really good. We're still getting the appreciation of TQQQ going up, and we anticipate that our little thing would go down. Okay, so everything looks really good. Let's just look at let's see, we got 119 deltas. That's the equivalent of us owning 119 shares of SPY. Then we've got -26 theta. So we do have some theta burn, which is good for us to sell some calls and do everything. So we have a little bit of, and that negative theta is coming from our hedges. And then we've got positive vega, and that is because of our hedges. Let's see how our hedges are doing today before we go into our Muscadine Mafia and our hello ladies.
Hello, ladies.
And our ninja nerds. So let's see what it looks like here. Today is 12/6. And let's take off any order legs. So we've got about $17,000 worth of hedges. Now, keep in mind, we've not done anything with the micros yet. And basically, I appreciate the work that Rick did. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in Muscadine Mafia, kind of what Rick has kind of learned. And don't hold Rick to it. He'll tell you not to hold him to it, but he's kind of figured out some ways that Tom King was doing some things, and we'll kind of look at it to see. I mean, I may just do my 111s and 112s like I've always done them. We did them at about 120 days. Close that naked put when it's about 85, 90% profitable, and then just move on. So I don't know. Or we may calendarize it a little bit. I'm not sure. But I do want to get that grind down protection of the put debit spread, which I think is really, really important. Okay. So we're about to go into Muscadine Mafia. We'll talk about what the Rickster found out. And everybody else, y'all have a blessed weekend. I love you to pieces. Thank you for being with us each and every day. And I will see y'all Monday.